Today we will discuss about the saints of Santoshi Maa. Santoshi Maa is a deity or Devi worshipped in the Hindu pantheon all over India, particularly in North India. Our Vedas have given very significant importance to this Devata, that is energy nath. The reason for that is highly scientific. To understand the science of Santoshi Maa, let us look into certain practical things. We always think that if we are rich, we will be happy. You talk to anyone who is very rich, you ask him, he will have his tale of woes. He may say that my health is not all right, I am not happy, or my children are not all right, they are not behaving well. You may think that if somebody is very successful in life, they will be very happy. You go and talk to somebody who is highly successful in business, he will have a ton of worry. He will say that my business competitors are engaging in very bad practices. I am very worried. I am very worried about my staff. They are not cooperating. I am very worried about the market conditions, etc., etc. Or you take the case of a practical person, practical example of a person. A person who is, say, studying in his plus 2. That boy will think that if only I get a very good rank, I will be the happiest person. Okay, he has got. After that he will get to start worrying. No, I should get admission of the course that of my choice and in the college of my choice. So until then he is worried about that. Okay, now he has got the admission into that. Then he will start getting worried. I have to clear every semester or every year with good marks. He will think that until I complete my course, I can't be really settled in life. Okay, now he has cleared his course. Now he will start getting worried. I have to get a good placement in a company of my choice. So until then, how can I be at peace? So he will be looking around. And once he gets a job in a company of his choice, he will enter the profession and then he will find that there is a lot of rat race. Then he will get worried. No, I have to get settled here. I have to prove my mettle. I have to get my promotion. Unless I really get settled, how can I be happy? I may be benched, etc., etc. So he is in tension. Then once he has got the promotion, then he will start getting worried. I have to get a good spouse. Okay, he has got a good spouse. The next worry will be, I have to get blessed with a good child. Now he is blessed with a child. Then he will get worried about the health of the child. If the child is sneezing, coughing, or some health problems, he will be worried. And after some time, he will be worried about the child's education, then about the child's higher education, then about the child's job, then about the child's or now the grown-up boy or girl, about marriage. Then after that, about his grandson or granddaughter. And once all these things are settled, then he will start getting worried about how long I am going to live. And then he will also start getting worried about, will I be cared by my children and the in-laws in my old age. So if you look at throughout the life, a person is only carrying worries. He is not living a carefree life. There is no swatantrata. As Buddha said, Kshanigam, Kshanigam, Sarvam Kshanigam. Everything is momentary. Dukkam, Dukkam, Sarvam Dukkam. We are only having worries throughout the life. There is no happiness. But happiness is our fundamental right. We are Satchidananda, existence, consciousness and bliss. Bliss is our fundamental right. But what happened to that? We have missed it. We have missed the bliss. That is because of our karmic negative energies. Now we have to get that bliss restored. Only then there is a purpose in our life. So, our ancestors, our rishis were very concerned about this. Now there is a proverb in English which says, the most ardent communist in this world is not Karl Marx or Lenin. Then who? The proverb says it is the God. What? How can God be the communist? The answer is, God has evenly distributed worries to every human being. You can talk to anyone, but every person is having his own tale of worries. These worries are really taking his happy life away. They are not able to enjoy the journey of life. We don't know what they are actually looking for. There is no contentment, there is no joy, there is no happiness. As Buddha said, Kshanigam, Kshanigam, momentary. There may be momentary happiness. How to overcome that? A person need not live for hundreds of years. No question of how many years a person lives, but the question is how many years of happy life he lives. Because happy and contented life is the most important thing. If you look at the Vedic time, the rishis, they were very happy and contented living in a remote hermit. The kings who had all the riches will come and fall at their feet. Why? What is that the rishis had but the kings did not have? It is that Santosha, contentment, peace, happiness, joy, serenity. If a person doesn't have all these things, we are not living a life that we are blessed for. This happiness is hanging like a carrot before the horse. We are never able to touch it. We have to learn how to touch it, how to enjoy it, how to live a happy life. Our Vedic rishis were pondering over this. How to make every person to live a happy life. They found out that a person can have a happy life only if certain fundamental principles are followed by him. They found 3 rules that a person should follow, and 3 D's, D, he has to develop, and he will then get 2 T's. The niyamas they prescribed are Rita, Dharma and Shubha. Rita means orderly life. Dharma means virtuous life. Shubha means righteous life. A person should lead an orderly life as ordered by the nature. Like the sun rises in the east, means sun has to rise in the east. Like that, every human being has an order to live in this world, the way he has to conduct his life. He has to live according to that order, natural order, nature's order. We will have a separate lecture on this. What is the nature's order or the Rita of a human being? To put it simply, Rita is that he has to be compassionate, loving, grateful, humble, respecting the elders, etc., etc. Very simple rules. He has to follow that. The second is, he has to be virtuous and righteous. He has to do only the right things, the good things. Dharma. He has to follow the dharma. Righteous. Shubha. Virtuous. He has to be righteous, virtuous and orderly by being good in his thoughts, words and deeds. This is the only requirement. If a person follows this fundamental rule, then he is fulfilling all the duties. He need not even worship God. Doing these things, these three rightful things in life, that itself is worship. Once a person does this, then he will develop three D's. D means light of wisdom, intellect. Diyo yona prachodayad. D means light. Diya. D means light. Three D's he will develop. The first three is buddhi. Buddhi is wisdom. Second D is siddhi. Siddhi means success. Third D is riddhi. Riddhi means supernatural powers. That is something he cannot even dream, which means he will be graced, he will be blessed, he will acquire enormous God's grace and bhagya. So, if he conducts a life according to dharma, rita and shubha, he will develop buddhi, siddhi and riddhi. Now, as a result, what happens? He will get two T's, mukti and bhukti. Mukti means liberation from worries. He will not have an occasion to be worried about anything in his life. He will get mukti. And then bhukti. Bhukti is joyful enjoyment and peace. So, to sum up in one line, if a person conducts his life with rita, dharma and shubha, then he will get buddhi, siddhi and riddhi, and as a result he will have mukti and bhukti. To communicate this message by a symbolism, they identified the deity. That deity is Santoshi Maa. Santoshi Maa is a Manasa Putri of Lord Ganesha. Lord Ganesha is the Mahat principle or the intellect principle, the first principle of this universe, next only to Shiva and Shakti. Now, Lord Ganapati, when he looked around, he thought that this energy has to be available for everybody so that they can be happy in life. So, Ganapati created Maa Santoshi Maa energy out of his three consorts, Siddhi, Buddhi and Riddhi. So, Santoshi Maa is an emanation of Siddhi, Buddhi and Riddhi out of the thoughts and mind of Lord Ganapati, the universal Mahat intellect principle. And when we worship Maa Santoshi Maa, we must be clear. We are invoking the universal principles of Rita, Dharma and Shubha, that is being righteous, virtuous and orderly in our thoughts, words and deeds, and in that process praying for intellect, success and bhagya, siddhi, buddhi and riddhi, which will give us mukti from worries and bhukti of peaceful enjoyment. This is the science behind Santoshi Maa. In one word, the Vedic rishis have communicated what really you need and how you have to go about getting it. On this holy Navaratri day, let us understand the science of Santoshi Maa and conduct our life in such a way that we get deserved to be blessed by Santoshi Maa, and let us pray to her to give us all her blessings for us to succeed, be happy, peaceful and prosperous. Om Santoshi Devyai Namo Namaha.